Hey guys, it's me David and welcome back to another review. Today I have a very exciting LEGO Marvel set, which is the Milano spaceship from Guardians of the Galaxy. So the set number is 76286. It's going to go on sale August 1st of 2024 with a retail price of $180, and the piece count on this is 2,090, making this an excellent price per piece ratio. We have 5 minifigures in this set, and right off the bat, wow, am I impressed. This set looks excellent. LEGO Marvel has finally stepped up their game with play sets and have kind of created this hybrid between Ultimate Collector Series that we see in Star Wars and a regular play set, and find a nice medium ground where there's playability and displayability. And this is not the first set we've seen of that. And this isn't the first concept. We've seen this before, especially with most recently the Quinjet. On the back of the box, you can see there is a display stand here like those other sets that have come before. I cannot wait to build this set. It looks like it has some pretty cool angles and techniques. This really looks like what could be one of the best values and best looking LEGO Marvel sets of the summer, though I gotta admit that Age of Ultron recreation scene set that I'm reviewing is also very awesome looking. So I don't know, there's a lot of good Marvel sets. Thankfully it's not a bad value like that Avengers Helicarrier set. So with all that said, I do want to thank LEGO for sending this set over for review, and let's go into the in-depth. And we're off to a pretty good start. Now, while I'm not a fan of stickers, having just 6 of them in this set is not bad for the price point. And then, of course, 23 bags. This was a pretty substantial build that I actually thoroughly enjoyed. I'll talk more about that in a second. It's also worth noting the windshield's separately bagged, so no scratches on it. It doesn't get mixed up with all the other Lego pieces. So nice and shiny right out of the box. Now, spoiler alert, the Milano here is an excellent LEGO set. But let's talk about the minifigures. First up, we have Baby Groot. Adorable. I mean, I love this figure, though I do wish we got like a normal, larger than minifigure size Groot for this set, but that's just me. Next, of course, we have Star-Lord. I feel like every time I look at this guy, it's Chris Pratt. I just see Chris Pratt, but maybe that's just me as well. But an excellent looking minifigure based on Guardians 1. Then we have Gamora, which also looks fantastic. I love the dark red suits on all the characters. Again, that's from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Her dual-sided head print looks fantastic. Drax looks just as good. He's got arm printing on both sides. His tattoos are just so well designed. They are such an interesting Lego minifigure design. I love it. Absolutely fantastic looking. And then finally, of course, we have Rocket Raccoon with his giant blaster of a gun. And then we can finally make our way to the Milano. So first, I got to get this out of the way. I truly think the Milano is a top 10, or at least belongs in the top 10 of best Lego sets of 2024. Like, this is up there, if not competing with the techniques that I saw in the Dune Ornithopter. I thought that was one of the most well-designed LEGO sets, and I think it does have the edge in terms of its functionality, but design-wise, what the Milano has going on here, especially under the exterior, is quite incredible. The build experience was actually an 11 out of 10, quite enjoyable, and that's not even talking about the fact of how accurate this model is. And I haven't even mentioned the durability as well as the swooshability of this set. It's extremely fun to grab right underneath the ship. It's actually very well suited for your hand. Nice placement there, and you can swoosh it around the room. I literally had a blast. I felt like I was right in the Guardians movie, just swooshing this around the room. And of course, the stand is extremely easy to put right back on. And I haven't even mentioned the interior. So first off, we have this printed windshield piece, which looks fantastic. That can open up by itself, and you can see 3 different characters if you want to place them in their various seats. You can arrange whoever you want to be in there. And then the rest actually just lifts up with the windshield piece, so you can take off this entire front section, revealing a much bigger interior. Now, as we start to go through this interior, you'll notice that a lot of the details are brick built. Very few stickers are being utilized here, and I think that's a good thing. You'll also notice there's some clips off to the side. You can put like Gamora's sword, as well as Rocket's giant blaster over here. There's an extra seat for, say, Drax. There's a place for Baby Groot there in the middle console, and there's even a bed on the backside with a nice viewing window from the very back. So you could definitely put, say, Star-Lord here, and maybe he could be hooked on that feeling. Bad puns aside, there is a printed cassette tape right here, part of a bigger jukebox that we see from Guardians 1. And then we also have some like music art, kind of Legofied. I love that. And then we also have a little screen of a well-known character. And then finally, it's worth noting that there is some nice studs here around the interior that you can just place minifigures so they don't go falling around. It is a little tight in that area, but it's nothing that worrisome. Coming back to the exterior, we haven't even taken a look at the back side of this set. You can see there's a whole bunch of different engines here, and they are all on ball joints, so you can orient them in different ways. Also, this top engine here, there's some shovels around it just as extra details. Again, like I said, the techniques, the parts usage in this set, out of this world good. You can also move a lot of the different wings in various ways. They're not like fully posable, but some move in different ways than others, like this bottom one here fully rotates and goes like 180 degrees. So some have more posability than others. It's also worth noting the underside does have some nice snot technique here, not the biggest amount of like inverted plates. There are some, but it's nice to see that Lego did make an effort to cover up some of this stuff, so it does look appealing on the underside, even though you won't see it all that often. So if you can't already tell, I am extremely impressed with the Milano. It really does check so many boxes that you would want from a Lego set at this price point. But let's take a look at what the Milano might look like against, say, the Dark Millennium Falcon. These are two $180 sets side by side, and so how do they compare? Now, obviously, these are completely different universes. We're talking Marvel versus Star Wars now. They're both Disney licensed sets, so it's kind of crazy to see what Lego is able to do on the Marvel side versus the Star Wars side. In my opinion, the Milano just beats the Dark Millennium Falcon out of the water. I know a lot of you absolutely love this color swapped Falcon, but really there's nothing that original about the design. Whereas with the Milano, well, this thing is completely creative. You could say it, borrows techniques from, say, the Benatar set, but in my opinion, I really think it's its own unique set with truly extraordinary building techniques, a just fun time building it and swooshing it around once you're done. And the minifigure lineup is pretty solid as well, and I feel like it's worth every penny that Lego is asking, and I can't say the same about that Dark Millennium Falcon, which is a shame. I am seriously impressed of the Milano. I mean, this set has blown my expectations away. The design especially is what stands out to me. The fact that, well, one, it looks like the ship, but two, the fact it can be as sturdy as this, picking it up, not having anything fall off. All of these wings, there's so many different curves. It's really hard to show on camera, but there is a lot going on with this set. In three-dimensional space, you'll see what I mean. If you get a chance to see this maybe at the Lego store or at a friend's house, it'll quickly become clear what Lego has done here is quite the accomplishment. Now, this is not the first time we've seen a set like this. Obviously, we have the Benatar previously and the Quinjet. Now we have the Milano, so there's this little like sub-genre collection of Lego Marvel sets happening now. And I just want to, praise the Lego Marvel team. Y'all were the biggest joke in the Lego community for the longest time with your play sets being pretty piss poor, terrible towards adults. Like nobody wanted to pick them up. They were just not accurate, not that fun to build, nothing interesting other than the minifigures. But now it's just completely flipped, where the Lego Marvel sets like this, well, they're some of the best out of the entire Lego portfolio, and that is really saying something. I think the Milano here definitely beats out almost every Lego Star Wars set that I reviewed this summer. I think this thing is truly beautiful. It has techniques out of this world. The minifigure lineup is solid, though I do wish we got a normal size Groot from Volume 1. I think that would have been more appropriate. I think the set is just as desirable as the minifigures. In fact, I think the set's more desirable. And at the end of the day, you're buying a Lego set for the set, and this is just one of those experiences that I was very surprised with and exceeded my expectations. It's a normal Lego Marvel playset, so it's going to be available everywhere. So that's Walmart, Target, Amazon. Someone's bound to discount in the coming months. And once it does reach that lower price point, I literally cannot fathom why you wouldn't want to pick up this beauty of a set. Even at full retail price, though, I still want to recommend it because I do think this is something special that the Lego Marvel team has made. With all that said, I do want to thank Lego for sending this set over for review. Links down in the description to lego.com if you want to pick this up come August 1st. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great, wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.